Jim Boehmer was born and raised in Osage, Iowa, graduating in 1987. He participated in wrestling and baseball all 4 years. Jim waited until his senior year to try out for the musical and ended up with a part and solo in The Sound of Music. Jim was also involved in student council during high school.
The teachers I had in high school and my coaches, and who one of them was the AD, I just looked up to those guys. And school's awesome, right? We're running around with our friends, we're hanging out in the building. I just loved school. I don't know that I loved homework. I don't know that I loved classwork, but I loved what school represented. And I just truly never wanted to leave that atmosphere. And so right from Osage, Iowa, went to William Penn in Oskaloosa.
Jim graduated from William Penn University in 1981 with a BA degree, earning a master's degree in 2005 from Winona State University.
I loved every minute of being a statesman. Again, college professors that were awesome. My wrestling coach at Penn, Bill Van Horn, who was an AD for years and passed away many years ago. But Bill was, again, one of those guys that even if I did something dumb, he'd kind of shake his head, but it came from the heart. And he always was about be better. Even if he did something great, he was still about be better. His message was the same. And so I just felt this natural fit from the adults in my life as I went through high school and college.
Lake Mills was Jim's first and only interview in April of 1991.
And I still have the little sheet of paper out of the Sunday Des Moines Register that said Lake Mills needed social studies speech teacher, coaching available. I cut that out, I mailed in my stuff. April of 91, I interviewed, and Dale Sorensen offered me the job, and I never left.
At Lake Mills, he was the head softball coach immediately, graduating college, and that next Monday was running softball practice, putting in 17 years. Jim was also the speech coach, and in 1992, his wife Angie and Jim took over the volleyball program, coaching for 31 years. Jim also spent time coaching wrestling at the middle school and high school level, as well as middle school track.
When Dale Sorensen, the superintendent, asked you, do you want to coach this, do you want to do that? I thought your answer needed to be yes, right? That's what a loyal pup does. And I became a bulldog, and I felt like if he thought I could do the job, then I better be willing to do the job.
In 2000, the middle school AD job position opened, and from that point on, it led to the high school position, where he served until 2024.
When I think of great moments, there's been many, and it still comes back to simple things. Thank you card you get from a senior. And you kind of forget that. You go through the trials and tribulations and you shake your head sometimes, but then there's just a simple note from a kid. It might be on your desk, might be a graduation thank you, it might be on something that comes back years later. So I was big on $2 bills. And so I would always give my players consecutive $2 bills. So if there were 7 seniors, they all were connected by that bill. And then I had one in that order. And so they knew that order, they got that order. When I retired, I had a former player who sent me a $2 bill, and the note was, I have the other one that's connected to this. And those are one of the great moments because, you know, we're working to help raise other people's children, right? And that commitment is huge.
Jim served the IHSADA as the middle school junior director, then served the Northeast Iowa chairs before running for second vice president, leading to serving as president of the IHSADA.
Really, from the very first one, I said, I want to be involved. How do I get my name in that program? What do I got to do to help? And ever since that time, I just started to kind of find different things I could do, some different roles. To get through the leadership chairs, it really started down the hall. And this is a great story, but sitting in the hot tub one day, and Judge Johnston, who was about to work his way through the chair, said, hey, you should run for second VP. That spot's going to be open. You should run.
This also led to serving 8 years on the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union Board of Directors. Jim received the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union Golden Plaque of Distinction Award in volleyball for 2023. Also in 2023, he received the Iowa Girls Coaches Association Softball Administrator of the Year Award, as well as the 2024 Iowa Girls Coaches Association Coaches Hall of Fame.
Some of the best accolades are those that come from your peers. Whether that would be a Coach of the Year honor you get in the conference, because then you know it's your peers that said you did a great job. If it is something that came from the girls' union, then I know that that leadership felt like I represented that award. Same thing with the volleyball coaches. When they selected me, I felt just honored.
Jim is married to Angie. They have 3 sons, Lincoln, wife Kara, 1 son, Canyon James. Grant and his significant other welcomed a baby girl in late February, and Kale. All 3 boys competed every season as high school athletes, something Jim is very proud of.
Angie's a 5th grade teacher. She is an exceptional 5th grade teacher, but she is a world-class mom. She had to raise those 3 boys, take them to youth wrestling and baseball and anything else they wanted to do, get them ready for concerts, check on their homework, because I often wasn't home. You know, her standing joke was that she was a single mom with a live-in. I guess I was the live-in, but she and those boys sacrificed a lot. You know, Dad couldn't always be there because I had AD duties. You got to have that support base. I think every good AD knows that their family and the people around them, including their teaching staff and their coaches, are instrumental in their success. And without those people supporting you, you can't do what you want to do.
Jim's passion has been his family and Lake Mills. Jim has served over 30 years as a member of the volunteer fire department, as well as performing in a few community stage and film events.
It means a lot when an organization that's been such a big part of your life says, hey, this is something that we need to recognize. And again, I think it's a byproduct of the work of a lot of people and sacrifices of a lot of people. But yeah, it's a great honor, and it's certainly one that is that feather in the cap, and I do feel really good about it. I always want to be humble, but when an organization like this says, hey, Jim, it can be hard to be humble.
IHSADA Hall of Famer, Jim Boehmer.